heavens and seas, your children salute you, dear land of the free.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for a spirited opening piece called Expressions of Our Culture. Expo come back again. 30 years we trading, innovating and celebrating. The masqueraders mash up the place, but now we about to turn up the rhythm. Let the drum play.
Uncle Joe! Uncle Joe! Hey, Uncle Joe! Morning, neighbor.
Morning,
Morning, neighbor.
morning,
Morning, neighbor.
Morning.
I don't want you conniving.
Morning.
No morning, neighbor.
morning,
Morning, neighbor.
morning,
Morning, neighbor.
Morning.
You gotta keep your conniving.
morning.
When you been a corruption, you not been tell me morning. No, because your money done, you come with conniving morning.
When you had your pocket full, you now been tell me morning. Now because your money done, you hustle for tell me.
Morning,
Oh, morning, neighbor.
morning,
Morning, neighbor.
Morning.
Hey, morning, neighbor.
Morning.
I don't want you conniving.
Morning.
No morning, neighbor.
morning,
Morning, neighbor.
morning,
Morning, neighbor.
Morning.
You gotta keep your conniving.
morning.
I don't.
Yeah.
Wicked, wicked.
Be not here.
Small days is still on my mind.
Aye, 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 aye.
But these small days is a good, good time. Me neighbor, some little children. How when they singing and they dancing, I just really admire them.
Hey, bamboo fire, what kind of fire?
Bamboo fire make so, make so.
Bamboo fire, what kind of fire?
Bamboo fire make so, make so.
Bamboo fire, hot hot fire.
Bamboo fire make so, make so.
Bamboo fire, hot hot fire.
Bamboo fire make so, make so.
Bamboo fire.
Make so, make so, make so.
It's a bamboo fire.
Make so, make so, make so.
It's a bamboo fire.
So, make so, make so.
It's a bamboo fire.
So, make so, make so.
Give me little water, free out the fire.
Bamboo fire make so, make so.
Give me little water, free out the fire.
Bamboo fire make so, make so.
Give me little water, free out the fire.
Bamboo fire make so, make so.
Give me little water, free out the fire.
Bamboo fire make so, make so.
Bamboo fire.
Make so, make so, make so.
It's a bamboo fire.
Make so, make so, make so.
It's a bamboo fire.
Make so, make so, make so.
It's a bamboo fire.
Make so, make so, make so. Make so, make so, make so. Make so, make so, make so.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for that wonderful performance, expressions of our culture. Guy Expo, good evening. How are we feeling tonight? Good evening, Guy Expo. How are we feeling tonight? Excellent. A warm Guyanese welcome to one and all. This is Guy Expo 2025, Guyana's premier trade and investment exposition, celebrating 30 incredible years under the theme Transformation through Entrepreneurship and Innovation. Ladies and gentlemen, 30 years is a remarkable achievement, and I would like for us to put our hands together because tonight we will certainly celebrate. Before we head into the program, I would like to acknowledge the presence of our esteemed guests tonight, beginning with His Excellency, President Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali with us tonight, our Honorable Prime Minister, Brigadier Honorable Mark Phillips. We also have Honorable Susan Rodriguez, our Minister of Tourism, Industry and Commerce, leading the charge, of course, for trade and by extension, tonight's Guy Expo. Distinguished members of government, permanent secretaries, presidents of GCCI as well as GMSA, the incomparable Guy Expo team, and collaborating entities under the ministry's umbrella, our exhibitors, our partners, our sponsors, our volunteers, and of course you, our over 100,000 persons that are expected to traverse the Sophia exhibition ground over the next few nights. Tonight, we are celebrating 30 years. 30 years of connecting business, craft, and creativity. of honing Guyanese ingenuity and 30 years, ladies and gentlemen, of proving that when Guyana believes in Guyana, we are unstoppable. My name is Javon Wilson, your MC for tonight's proceedings, and with a record 230 registered businesses tonight, I am super delighted to welcome you to the largest Guy Expo in all of its 30 years. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Now, over the years, we've seen our government prioritize the mechanisms that power economic prosperity in business sectors across the country. But that evolution, ladies and gentlemen, is also credited to partnerships with organizations like the Georgetown Chamber of Commerce and Industry. So at this time, it gives me great pleasure to welcome our first speaker, the president of GCCI, Miss Kathy Smith. Let's put our hands together and welcome her.
Good evening, everyone. His Excellency, President Dr. Mohamed Irfaan Ali, Minister of Tourism, Industry and Commerce, Honorable Susan Rodrigues, Honorable Ministers of Government, Chairman of the Private Sector Commission, Jerry Gavaya Jr., distinguished guests, members of the media, all, good evening. President of the Georgetown Chamber, pleasure to be here and witness the government's dedication to creating platform for Guyanese businesses to increase their visibility, market their products, and secure new customers. Platforms such as Guy Expo are highly beneficial, particularly for micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises. At the GCCI, at least 70% of our close to 1,000 members are MSMEs, and over 40% are women-owned and women-led businesses. Our membership continues to grow as Guyana's economy continues to transform. With a rapid pace of development and government's commitment to infrastructural development in this beautiful country. The private sector has witnessed the mammoth increase in opportunities for businesses, as well as the growth in spaces for new entrepreneurs to occupy. I want to encourage entrepreneurs this evening, especially those small businesses. Small business owners, the opportunities are here. No longer can we complain that there isn't any opportunities. What I want you to do is to work on your compliances. We are seeing a lot of businesses that want opportunities, but they cannot be traced. Create business structure. Too many of you are involved in businesses and we cannot even find you on a telephone number or a Facebook page. And please, I beg you small business owners, put those money in a business account, not a personal account. This is a time of unprecedented growth and opportunity. It is a time where opportunities are ripe for picking, where entrepreneur is thriving. The private sector continues to benefit from the government's development policies and strategic investment, whether it is a small contractor who has access to contracts or a budding entrepreneur who's benefiting from business development training and grants. This government has been a catalyst for opportunities and the success of entrepreneurship, and that deserves an acknowledgement, I want to believe, and a round of applause. We have been saying in the private sector, this might be, and I stand to be corrected, the first time in Guyanese history where the private sector has to keep up with the government of Guyana as it relates to growing our economy. The GCCI look forward to continuing our collaboration with the government for the advancement of local businesses. We eagerly anticipate the launch of the Zero Interest Bank. We are also working with the Minister of Agriculture to train farmers and women-led businesses in targeted areas geared towards catapulting their businesses to sustainable operations and success, which will be facilitated in our newly commissioned Micro and Women Entrepreneur Learning Center. We have also engaged the Minister, Zulfikar Ali, on having small businesses benefit from capacity building in customer service and increasing efficiency. Added to that, its ministry launched a Skill Connect app at the Chamber that allows small business to better access work. Ladies and gentlemen, this is partnership and collaboration at work. At the GCCI, we are pleased that the government has not only focused on creating opportunities, but has been working on building businesses' capacities by partnering with the private sector to access them. Once again, I encourage participants to make the most of this platform to engage and retain customers and clients. Small business owners, I know you're excited about dressing up the booths. I know you're excited about who will visit the booth. But what I want you to leave here with at the end of business building, GAIExpo rather, we love the programs of all the expos. I want you to ensure that you partner with local businesses, find similar synergies that you can connect and go for opportunities that you thought was impossible before. Because there are many opportunities that is thrown out to us by this government, and we have to capitalize on them. No longer are we complaining. We are not spectators in the growth and development of this economy. We are participants. Potential suppliers, partners, we ought to better understand each other's and how you can improve your offering. Small businesses, you have to figure out a way. You must have a competitive edge. The world is looking at Guyana. We are on display. Don't let the world know more than we know about our growing economy. I wish you success at the Expo and continue to build your business with all the support that you can get. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Madam President, and for your efforts on public-private partnership in our country. Now, every single year, GAIExpo continues to expand, and this year, one of the initiatives we are especially proud of is a program called BizLink. Now, BizLink is an initiative led by GoInvest. It starts tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And viewers, this will see local businesses stepping into a space where they can network and explore opportunities to scale their businesses, be brought up to standards, access financing, and even form partnerships with regional and international interests. So GAIExpo, ladies and gentlemen, it's also about serving as that dot connector that businesses to grow. Next, we are about to turn up the heat. Our next performer is a woman who definitely knows how to bring the energy with that perfect dose of Guyanese pride. Let's put our hands together and welcome our reigning so Diana Chan.
Welcome to Guyana's largest business expo, a celebration of our creativity and the unstoppable spirit that drives this nation. We celebrate the journey of our business sector, from the small vendors who keep our streets alive to the innovative energy, tourism, and trade. Welcome to my home.
Yo! To the rhythm of Mashimani, Guyana is a land of rich culture, wild adventure, and real Caribbean flavor. Now here comes real talent. She's bringing the vibes, the fire on the stage right now. Artists, where you there? Artists, where you there?
My own, my own, my own, my own. My own, my own, my own, my own. In the land of the golden sun, where the rivers run and the forests hum, you can find me, oh, me, oh, me, oh. Straight from the savannah, right down to the sea.
see. You gon' know about sweetness when you meet. Everybody become family. You gon' feel the rhythm of the street. You gon' know about we. You gon' know Eric from the markets right down through the streets. It's a beauty that you cannot. Expo, Expo, Expo. Welcome to my Expo, Expo. Welcome to my home, home. You know when the land of business, my home, where we grow and build it, my home, where they cannot stop with, my home, my home. You know when the land of plenty, my home, we produce proudly, my from home, sugar, gold and coffee, my home. No matter where I roam, I'll always come back to this place I call my own. Beautiful faces, different races. We live as one. We trade our craft under the shining sun. We stand as one. That's why they can't stop with, stop with. Why? You gon' know about sweetness when you meet. Everybody become family. About where you gon' know every business unique. From the markets right down through the streets. It's a beauty that you cannot beat. Let me shout out. Expo, Expo, Expo. Welcome to my Expo, Expo, Expo. Welcome to my home, home, my home, my home, my home. Welcome to my home, home, my home, my home. You know we're the greatest country, my home. We're the life of the party, my home. We they cannot stop with, my home, my home. You know we're the greatest country, my home. Party, my home, where they cannot stop. Body become family. You can feel the rhythm of the street. You can know every business unique. From the markets right down through the streets. It's a beauty that you cannot beat. Let me shout out. Welcome to Expo, Expo. Welcome to Expo, Expo, Expo. My home, home, my home, my home, my home. Welcome to my home, home, my home, my home. You know we're the greatest country, my home. We're the life of the party, my home. Where they cannot stop me, my home. You know we're the greatest country, my home. We're the life of the party, my home. Where they cannot stop me, my home, my home. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, our reigning Soca Monarch Queen, Miss Diana Chapman. We're moving on to our next speaker. We know for sure that this year's theme is transformation through entrepreneurship and innovation. And that is one of the things that Minister Rodrigues really challenged our exhibitors this year to really embrace the theme of innovation. And I'm proud to tell you in just a few weeks, the Guyana Manufacturing Services Association was able to build an entire house, and I really want you guys to take the opportunity to go over and visit it. It's remarkable because they were able to employ smart technologies in order to do this, and I believe these are some strategies as well that we can employ ourselves. So to tell us a little bit more about that and their role in GuyExpo, we'd now like to welcome President of GMSA, Mr. Rafiq Khan.
He knows I'm short. President Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali, ministers, member of parliaments, diplomats, businesses, consumers, the media, and my colleagues at the Guyana Manufacturing and Services Association. Pleasant good evening, and I would like to say welcome to GuyExpo 2025. As a partner for GuyExpo, being the Guyana Manufacturing Services Association, we undertook this opportunity here given to us by the Honorable Susan Rodrigues 6 weeks ago. And what we would have achieved in 6 weeks was remarkable, and I'll explain a little bit as I go into my remarks. First of all, I want to open with gratitude. Gratitude to the government of Guyana for several things. I'll just highlight a few. One, 5 years ago or 6 years ago or so, Minister Walron, Honorable Minister Walron, embarked on a mission to collaborate with the GMSA. Today, I stand proud to tell you that we have at least 50 companies that would have made the Guyana standards for compliance. I want to give a round of applause for that initiative. Without quality, we cannot begin to talk about where we're going in manufacturing, so we need to continue that. I want to thank the government of Guyana for the fiscal incentives that would have helped businesses. There are many, but I just want to highlight a couple. Every single manufacturing sector within the Guyana within our entire manufacturing sector has incentives so much that we don't know what else sometimes to ask for. So we are very much appreciative, especially for the non-oil sector at the GMSA, where we're trying to build out the traditional sectors. We have had recently heard the lending institutions are giving loans for immovable assets. This, ladies and gentlemen, I must say, will move the needle tremendously for businesses who cannot afford financing. And I say that passionately because many small businesses would not have been able to get capital if they were not able to use their equipment for loans. I want to continue to give appreciation to the sponsors. There are many sponsors, or several sponsors, I would say, who were too busy to be here tonight, and their businesses are growing, but they saw fit to support some smaller companies. Thank you for those sponsors. There are many exhibitors here tonight who are also very busy, but they took it upon themselves to participate at this expo. We have at least 60 companies through the GMSA, between at least 14 small businesses, and the rest are medium and large scale companies. Thank you very much. I also want to give appreciation to several international donors who has been supportive in several initiatives, especially through the forestry sector. I want to express appreciation to the FAO over the years in feasibility studies, including the IDB, who would have done the same. Most recently, we would have concluded a feasibility for a glass factory. We would have concluded a feasibility. These are all major manufacturing opportunities that I'm sure His Excellency would be speaking about. I must mention there's an accelerator recently concluded or initiated by the EU in terms of helping small businesses move to evaluating their business ideas and taking to the next level. We also want to give appreciation to the UK government, who has been sponsoring many initiatives, especially in the non-oil sectors and the agriculture and forestry sectors. So once a pavilion, what you're going to see unique is going to be the presence of the value chain. Many of you, especially the consumers, don't realize what happens behind the scenes to your kitchen. Have constructed and the shade house in the backyard of a house presented by the GMSA. You will also have the opportunity to understand the value chain in forestry, from the forest to your home, from the tree to your floor. You will also be able to experience the value chain in construction, from the foundation to the roof, with a vast array of companies, whether they're doing aggregates, whether they're doing windows, doors, and so on. In closing, I would like to express my appreciation for the expansion of the housing sector, which is most welcomed in Guyana. Minister Susan left, well, previously Ministry of Housing, but I reminded her that housing is not going to leave her. I am here to say and express to you what is expected to come. Housing is going to boost manufacturing. Housing not only creates social transformation, but it's going to create economical transformation in the lives of every single business in Guyana. Just give you homes per year represents a minimum homes will represent of 100 billion Guyana dollars per annum. It's 2 billion Guyana cabinets, those who wants to manufacture cabinets that we're in. 8,000 homes per annum will represent $5 billion in the lumber sector alone if you just use about 2,000 board feet of lumber per house. 8,000 homes will represent at least $2 billion in manufacturing doors if we were to start producing doors. These are basic essentials. I'm not even talking about furniture. I'm not talking about the other basic necessities in a home. Let's be ready, ladies and gentlemen, for the new wave of transformation, industrial transformation 4.0 in Guyana. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's put our hands together once again for Mr. Rafiq Khan, and of course, thank you so much for GMSA's contribution to Guyana's economic ecosystem. Ladies and gentlemen, more entertainment ahead. This time, we're going all the way down memory lane. Wind, brass, and strings. Trust me, you're going to enjoy this one. Let's put our hands together and welcome the Fantastic Seven. Ladies and gentlemen, the Fantastic Seven, put your hands together. At this time, we'd also like to acknowledge the President of His Worship, Mayor Alfred Mentor, the Diplomatic Corps, everyone at Expo at 30. I would like to attentions to the screens next for a video that captures the architects of GAIEXPO, the journey that led us to 30 phenomenal years. This is GAIEXPO at 30.
As we celebrate this 30th anniversary of GAIEXPO, I want to extend my heartiest congratulations to everyone who has been involved in GAIEXPO, including the First Minister, the late Michael Sri Chan, and the first organizer, the late Vic Nemdari. Congratulations to all. Congratulations, Minister Susan Rodriguez, and you have a great foundation to build on. Let the next decade be an even greater one.
We had previous ministers of tourism, Mansoor Nadir, Sri Chan, Onij Waldron, and Minister Irfan Ali, now President Irfan Ali. So, Minister Rodriguez, you have a lot to work on because of the foundation laid by those previous ministers. And GAIEXPO is business-oriented. And I congratulate you and the organizers for a successful 30th anniversary GAIEXPO.
So happy to celebrate 30 years of Guyanese entrepreneurship, resilience, and innovation. From humble beginnings to the premier trade show, where our small and medium enterprises at this event continues to have a powerful platform, opening doors to new markets, creating invaluable connections, and fostering growth across every sector. Learn from each other, share your experiences, and continue to push the boundaries of what is possible.
It is a privilege to be part of this celebration as the current Minister of Tourism, Industry and Commerce. I stand on the shoulders of the distinguished ministers who served before me, those whose vision and hard work in GAIEXPO have shaped it into what it is today. I am proud that the People's Progressive Party Civic Government has always recognized the tremendous value GAIEXPO is for our local manufacturers, especially our MSMEs, to connect and grow. What a wonderful platform it is also for the Guyana Tourism Authority to demonstrate with all of our partners in tourism the exquisite beauty of Destination Guyana. As we celebrate this 30th anniversary, I wish to congratulate all of the exhibitors and private sector partners who have stood by us and innovation continue to inspire us all.
30 years of GAIEXPO. 30 years evaluating our business landscape, our economic landscape, and the development in Guyana. Of course, in the last 30 years, our country has changed in many different ways. The transformation today and positioning our country into the next 50 years is one in which we're investing heavily in building a business ecosystem and diversifying our economy in such a way that we build sustainability and invest in industries that will create and sustain the future jobs of Guyana and the world. So I want to congratulate the team for putting together GAIEXPO once more. I remember all those who were part of this 30-year journey from the inception to today, and celebrate this magnificent product that has now become a part of our national calendar of events. Thank you.
Celebrating 30 years of GAIEXPO, of course, we want to thank all of the persons, all of the leaders, all of the champions before us that put valuable contributions into the excellence that is GaiExpo. Now, ladies and gentlemen, over the past few weeks, I've had the privilege of witnessing some of the behind the scenes leading up to this launch. And we came to the realization that there are some leaders that direct, and then there are leaders who are actually on the ground with you, making sure that everything is done with precision for optimal execution, and most of all, a great Guyanese experience. Our next speaker brought her to make this the best GaiExpo yet. She is our Minister of Industry and Commerce, our very own Minister Susan.
Ali, President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, Prime Minister, Brigadier Mark Phillips, my colleagues in the Cabinet, distinguished diplomatic corps, heads of our joint services, Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Tourism, Industry and Commerce, other permanent secretaries, and heads of agencies, GCCI and GMSA, Chairman of the Private Sector Commission of Commerce, who are represented here this evening, small business entrepreneurs, exhibitors of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to GaiExpo 2025. I am honored to address you at this historic 30th anniversary of GaiExpo. Permit me at the outset to express my heartfelt appreciation to His Excellency the President for his consistent support and stewardship of this signature national event. It is in that same spirit of excellence and national pride that I have embraced this responsibility to ensure that GaiExpo continues to evolve and expand. Pay tribute to all my predecessor ministers of tourism, industry, and commerce, whose vision and leadership helped to build and sustain this cherished tradition over the years. Building on that legacy, today we officially launch GaiExpo 2025, 4 days dedicated to showcasing the best of Guyana and celebrating the remarkable growth of the dynamic development trajectory that Guyana has experienced since 2020, driven by innovation, investment, and resilience. We have, at the last check, 297 exhibitors occupying 305 booths this year, the most ever. We have reimagined the layout of the expo to create a richer, more immersive experience with 2 auditoriums, expanded recreational spaces, an enlarged tourism village, and improved booth sequencing, all designed to enhance the experience for exhibitors and visitors alike. Yesterday, I had the pleasure of participating in the launch of the Rupununi Rodeo in Georgetown. And I am particularly pleased that for the first time, the Rupununi Rodeo featured here at GaiExpo. Its inclusion underscores the event's growing national footprint and the celebration of Guyanese culture in all its diversity. GaiExpo's success is built on the strength of its long-standing partners. This year, as part of our 30th anniversary celebrations, we will honor 13 long-standing exhibitors, all of whom have been with us from the very beginning. These awards represent our deep appreciation for their dedication, resilience, and contribution to strengthening enterprise and the wider trade and industry ecosystem here in Guyana. Gaia Expo 2025 is being held under the theme Transformation through Entrepreneurship and Innovation. And indeed, one of the most fascinating aspects of our country's transformation is that it extends far beyond infrastructure. It is reflected in the strength, creativity, and resilience of our people and our businesses. Across Guyana, we have seen small businesses grow into strong, competitive enterprises. Businesses that are not just surviving, but thriving in both local and global markets. That is the real story of Guyana's economic growth, business booming, lives improving, and our nation developing at an extraordinary rate. But to sustain this progress, our transformation must continue to be driven by entrepreneurship and innovation. That is why we continue to invest heavily in small business development. We are moving decisively ahead with the establishment of SME Development Bank, which will provide loans at 0% interest rate to small and medium-sized enterprises. This initiative will make access to finance easier and empower more entrepreneurs to grow, innovate, and contribute meaningfully to national development. Access to finance has been a long-standing challenge for small businesses, one we have taken bold steps to remedy, and you heard Rafiq speak about it. The Ministry of Tourism, Industry and Commerce and its agencies are working closely with financial institutions to expand loan options and strengthen guarantee mechanisms. And this year, we have operationalized Guyana's collateral registry established under the Security Interests in Movable Property Act. For the first time, this registry allows individuals and businesses to use movable property, vehicles, equipment, inventory, farm products, minerals, and even receivables as collateral when seeking loans or credit. Beyond financing, we are strengthening business capacity and readiness. Through our community business clinics, we have connected entrepreneurs with professional business consultants to help improve operations, enhance efficiency, and build long-term sustainability. Since 2024, these clinics have been hosted in every region, benefiting nearly 400 small businesses, and will be expanded in 2026 to reach even more. Our Small Business Bureau continues to play a leading role in empowering entrepreneurs. In 2025 alone, over 2,700 small businesses received training, bringing the total number trained since 2020 to more than 13,000. Nearly 4,000 businesses have benefited from small business grants, valued at almost $1 billion, and more than 140 businesses have received loans through our loan guarantee program, valued at $1.2 billion. We have also continued to support small businesses in showcasing their products both locally and abroad. Since 2020, almost 300 businesses have benefited from assistance to participate in expos and trade fairs. And for Gaia Expo 2025, the Small Business Bureau is supporting over 30 small businesses to ensure they gain visibility, exposure, and new opportunities for growth. This year, for the first time, we have also introduced a business-to-business seminar, bringing together small businesses, banks, private sector partners, and the Guyana Office for Investment to explore collaboration, partnerships, market readiness, and investment opportunities. We are also expanding our support for quality and standards. The Guyana National Bureau of Standards will work with GoInvest to broaden the Made in Guyana certification mark, ensuring that more of our local producers can proudly carry this symbol of excellence as part of Brand Guyana. Further, our business incubators in Lethem and Belvedere continue to show the real impact of innovation and government support, providing value-added processing and packaging free of cost to our small business owners. Innovation is not limited to products. It is also about how we deliver services and strengthen partnerships. Under the extraordinary leadership of President Ali, Guyana is undergoing a digital transformation that is modernizing government services, improving efficiency, and creating a smarter, more connected nation. These investments are not to be taken for granted. Lest we forget, there was a time not so long ago when a government showed no interest in supporting small businesses, local entrepreneurs, and the wider private sector. They failed to recognize the value that small businesses bring to our economy. And so this Guy Expo that we had grown to love and appreciate was abandoned. And in so doing, they not only abandoned Guy Expo, but they abandoned our local manufacturers, our creative industry. They abandoned our women, our young people, and every citizen who ever dreamt of owning a business. Today, under the leadership of President Ali, we have reignited that vision, restoring confidence, opportunity, and pride in Guyanese enterprise. Guyana continues to strengthen its presence on the global stage, recording the highest increase in visitor arrivals among Caribbean countries this year, an impressive 18% growth between January and July 2025 compared to the same period last year. This remarkable achievement highlights the strong momentum of our tourism sector and the growing appeal of our destination. It also underscores the importance of developing tourism products that are sustainable, inclusive, and deeply connected to our people and our heritage. We are proud to project that for the first time, Guyana is expected to surpass 400,000 visitor arrivals by the end of 2025, a powerful testament to the resilience of our tourism and hospitality industry post-COVID. The Guyana Tourism Authority, in collaboration with the ministry, has launched several new initiatives, including tourism and hospitality training for police officers, recognizing that our officers are ambassadors who ensure every visitor feels welcome and safe. We have also revamped Guyana's national calendar of events to include more major events and expand the promotion of Destination Guyana, reinforcing our position as a leading tourism destination in the region. I must note that Guy Expo is part of the Tourism Awareness Month of activities, and I wish to bring to your attention a new initiative that is relevant to all citizens. We have launched our Tourism is Everybody's Business campaign, which will be rolled out over the next 12 months. This campaign is designed to create a new cultural paradigm in the way citizens view tourism and interact with visitors. We have started with taxi drivers, but the campaign will include all tourism and hospitality stakeholders. We'll tackle societal issues such as littering, road use, and will include the average person in the street. We want to send a message that tourism involves all of us. And for tourism to become and remain a major pillar of the Guyana economy, we need participation from all our citizens. We continue to invest in training and capacity building to raise professionalism in the tourism and hospitality sectors. Since 2020, the GTA has trained over 8,000 stakeholders in areas such as delivering quality service, business management, and tour guiding, including mandatory first aid and CPR. In addition to training, we are also strengthening regulation and compliance within the sector. To date, 106 businesses and tour guides have been licensed under the GTA Act of 2002, ensuring safety, service excellence, and access to key benefits such as marketing support, training, and participation in local and international expos. While we continue to innovate, digitize, and transform our sectors, we remain deeply rooted in preserving our rich cultural heritage and protecting our natural environments, the very elements that make Guyana such a unique and authentic destination. And so as we celebrate GaiExpo 2025, let us remember that transformation is not a moment, it is a movement. Entrepreneurship and innovation are not just themes for this event. They are the driving forces behind the way we do business and promote Guyana. I wish to recognize our private sector partners, Manufacturers and Services Association, and the Georgetown Chamber of Commerce and Industry for their invaluable support and active involvement in this year's expo. Just behind you, the GMSA has constructed a mini village, including a building created from the ground up, showcasing the ingenuity and diversity of its members, as well as the innovation taking place across Guyana service sector. The GCCI has likewise been relentless in mobilizing its membership to participate, ensuring that GaiExpo remains a true reflection of Guyana's vibrant business community. To corporate Guyana, we extend our sincere appreciation for tangible support. Your collaboration exemplifies the strong and mutually respectful relationship between government and the private sector, one that continues to drive development. I also wish to thank the Ministry of Public Works for their tremendous support in helping to prepare the National Exhibition Center for this event. I extend sincere appreciation to my own staff, the Ministry of Tourism, Industry, and Commerce, our agencies, and the GaiExpo Committee, who worked tirelessly, often late into the night, to bring this event to life. We also wish to extend our sincere thanks to the more than 80 community volunteers, the Guyana Police Force, the Guyana Water Inc., Guyana Power and Light Corporation, the Ministry of Health, the Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation, the Civil Defense Commission, the Red Cross Society, Guyana Fire Service, the Ministry of Local Government and Regional Development, the Barreau School of Art, and the Lions Club of Georgetown for their invaluable support in the planning and execution of this event. If I forgot anybody, please excuse me. I tried to list everybody who participated, but we had a lot of stakeholders and a lot of cooperation, and we are deeply grateful. Your collaboration has been essential to ensuring GaiExpo's success and the safety and comfort of all participants. So welcome to GaiExpo 2025. Welcome to 4 days of business, creativity, and entertainment. To our participating businesses, this is your stage, your opportunity to shine. Over 100,000 visitors are expected to pass through these gates in the coming days. Be bold in telling your story. Be proud of your products and services. Showcase the business heritage that makes us proud to be Guyanese. Listen to your customers, engage with potential partners, and seize the opportunities that await. To our visitors, international delegates, and partners, we extend a warm Guyanese welcome. And engage with our local businesses, indulge in a culinary experience, and stay for the entertainment. I wish everyone a safe and successful expo as we continue to be part of Guyana's exciting journey of transformation. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Minister Rodrigues, for those empowering remarks, and we certainly look forward to your continued leadership over the portfolio of tourism, industry, and commerce. This next piece makes us proud to be Guyanese. Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you cultural diversity.
If you're looking for sweetness to put inside a basket, I am the thinking market. Bum for bum, drop every bum bum down to the ground. Everything fresh, the market open. If you're looking for sweetness to put inside a basket, I am the thinking market. And if you're looking for sexy to throw inside a basket, I am the thinking market. All them right, coconut with a jelly inside. And if you open your eye, them wide, see everything that you like. Things forever in season. Yeah, you're ready for the squeezing. Oh, juiciness. Squeeze my honey juiciness. Bumper looking like a apple, bite into the fruitiness. Everything fresh, look at the shelf. When you come later, I'll tell you about small days. Small days. Let me tell you about small days. Let me tell you about small days. Small. Let me tell you about da da da. And call you guys. Vibe. It's down all night, mixing the 5-year beats with eyes. So Tony got the whole place high. I'm emoted, no, oh no, I ain't going nowhere. I love this place, you are in it. Oh no, welcome to Moko. Oh, yeah.
Use it, break it, change it, melt, upgrade it, chart it, point it, zoom it, press it, snap it, work it, quick erase it, write it, cut it, paste it, save it, load it, check it, quick rewrite it, plug it, play it, burn it, rip it, drag it, drop it, zip unzip it, lock it, fill it, call it, find it, view it, code it, jump and lock it, surf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, switch, update it, name it, read it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, touch it, bring it, pay it, watch it, turn it, leave it, start, format it. Technologic, 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 technologic.
Diversity. As you can see, tonight's program is not just about walking us through the economic expansions, but also the cultural evolutions that make us iconically Guyanese. Put your hands together once again. Now, Guyana is truly blessed, ladies and gentlemen, to be led by a president who transformed how we experience Guyana, and of course, how the world experiences us. Without a doubt, President Ali is one of our most innovative who continues to invest in our people through systems, education, and empowerment that elevates our business action. Let's put our hands together and welcome His Mohamed Irfan Ali, the President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana.
Thank you very much. Please have your seats. Our dear Prime Minister and his wonderful wife, Mrs. Phillips, members of Cabinet, members of the diplomatic community, members of the private sector, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. You know, one of the greatest joy of any person who is given the responsibility to lead is to have a remarkable team. And I am blessed to have a remarkable team in the cabinet supporting the development of our country. And I'm so proud to see the growth and development of members of this team and members of the government, and to see how they're evolving every day into their own space and bringing the sense of urgency and the sense of pride and the sense of that oneness in their daily work. I'm remarkably proud of this. You know, leadership matters. Vision matters. And I want to spend 2 minutes explaining to you why it matters. In 1991, the total manufacturing output was estimated at US $13.1 million. And you might ask why I am telling you what it was estimated at 13.1 million US in 1991. And we have Cathy and all the private sector leaders, remarkable. This group of private sector leaders are remarkable. I want to really applaud them. They are plugged into the development of this country. They are remarkable people. Now let me say why it's important, leadership. In 1991, the total manufacturing output was 13.1 million US dollars. But guess what? That 13.1 million US dollars in 1991 came down from $71.7 million a decade prior. So in 1991, the manufacturing output fell by 81.6% when compared to 1981. Just understand this for a moment. The manufacturing output in one decade fell by 81.8%. Then by 2006, this is without oil and gas. Without oil and gas, we grew that manufacturing output to $161.58 million US dollars. Without oil and gas. Without oil and gas, we grew that manufacturing output from $161.58 million US dollars to $249.57 million US dollars. And leadership is important. And then came 2015 and the years after to 2020. Now, with oil and gas, in 2018, the manufacturing sector output declined to $223.51 million US dollars from the 2014 position without oil and gas at $249.57 million US dollars. Leadership matters. Governance matters. Vision matters. Confidence matters. And hard work is essential. Hard work is essential. Between 2015 and 2020, the average decline in food manufacturing was 1.9%. The decline was sharper for other subsectors like clothing, footwear, leather, and wood products. We just heard from Rafiq about wood products. It wasn't long ago. That was 2015 to 2020. And then came 2020. And since 2020, Guyana manufacturing sector experienced exponential growth at an average of 13.1 annually. Leadership matters. Hard work matters. The government we elect matters. So too is the opposition you look at. Between 2021 and 2024, foreign direct investment totaled $209.97 million US dollars, 3 times that of 2015 and 2020, 3 times the growth. Why? Confidence. Why? An understanding that Guyana was open for business. When you look at non-performing loans, I'm only speaking about manufacturing sector. When you look at non-performing loans for this sector, which between 2015 and 2020 increased exponentially, between 2020 and 2024, non-performing loans declined by 51% under this People's Progressive Party civic government. So I say that sometimes we can be carried away. We can be carried away with simplistic messages. We can be carried away with the bubble of social media. We can be carried away with the disinformation and misinformation that characterize our policy environment today. But when you come to the facts and you examine the truth, you will have a full and thorough understanding as to the development and the pace of transformation of our country. And I applaud those in the public and private sector who are driving this pace of transformation. And we are meeting at a time when our economy just undergone its half-year checkup. And what were the outcome of the half-year checkup of our economy? The economy is strong, robust, and full of energy. The numbers tell a stunningly. The economy demonstrated strong growth, with real oil GDP growing by 7%. And non-oil economy, that is the heart of Guyana, everything besides oil and gas, grew by a breathtaking 13.8%. Let me ask you, is that a sign of a sluggish economy or a power or detractors? You don't need to remind us about our cash grant, subsidies. You don't need to remind us. We know what our commitments are, and we are going to on every one of them faster, better, greater. Don't get beside yourself. Understand what level you are boxing at. Build your repetition before you come to the heavyweight. This is not a toy or economy. This is real business. This is not the simplistic architect of beating a system. This is not the simplistic journey from the system. It's the hard work of growing wealth, building prosperity, and enhancing livelihood. This is serious business. This is not social media game. This is not a comedy show. This is hard work that requires technical competence, that require brain power. AI can't help you with brain. I say that because if we continue to let simplistic messages infiltrate our brains, we can destroy all that we are building. So in this half-year checkup, I had to ensure that you understand the type of infection that we have to safeguard the economy from. Let us look at agriculture. Sugar is far from where we want it to be. But we're seeing signs of recovery. Not at the pace at which we want that recovery. Let me be very clear. If the managers in Gaisuku can't deliver to us next year from the investment we are putting in Gaisuku, we will have to find a new management system to give us the type of results that we are investing to get. There is no shortcut. I want to be clear as your president. We must get the results we're investing for. We must get the productivity we're investing for. And whilst sugar is not yet out of the woods, I'm very pleased to learn of a partnership that would see local and international investors coming together and investing in a sugar refinery here in Guyana. And that project is earmarked to be announced before the end of this year. We saw bauxite production exploding, gold decoration up by 10.9%, but still not where we want it to be. And I want those who enjoy the benefits of the incentives we have given for gold mining, those who still are not complying with the declaration, we are going to come after you hard and strong. We will find you and you will lose your business. You are reaping the benefits from this sector. You have a responsibility to declare your goal, and you have a responsibility to do so not by choice but by law. And I want to say to the Guyana, the Gold and Mining Association, that we thank them for embracing this message. The Georgetown Chambers and the private, imagine from one gold smuggler alone, this economy lost more than $190 billion. One gold smuggler alone. We must ensure our system does not produce those kind of people anymore. Our system must be locked in, must be protected, and must be designed to ensure those leakages are removed. Imagine if that money that was stolen through small and medium-sized enterprises. It's available to support our cash grant program. Imagine the additional difference it would have made. But do you want to see the most visible sign of our boom? Just look around. The construction sector grew by nearly 30% so far this year. 30%. Point to one jurisdiction, one economy where the construction is growing by 30%. What this means? New building, new roads, new bridges, jobs being created, investments being made, and in the common man term, money circulating. And what about the pulse of our modern economy? The services sector. The services sector grew by 6.6%. This includes professional services, which grew by a whopping 41%. And why did professional services grow by 41%? It is because of the investment we are making in our human capital, bringing them up to par and giving them the capability, the capacity, and the opportunity to deliver service at a higher and higher level. That is why policies backed by investment our reserve grew by 12.5%, and broad money grew by 14.9%. Our banks are well capitalized. Their capital adequacy ratio is at a very, very healthy 19.3%, which is much bigger than the international safety requirement. This means that they have strong buffers to withstand any unexpected shocks, and which also means that they have the current requirement that is needed. But I must commend the bank too, because they are lending more. The people and businesses, to the people and businesses of Guyana. Credit to the private sector grew by 7.7%. And guess what? The stock of non-performing loans improved when compared to June 2024, accounting for 2% of loans. 2% of total loans. What that means? Not only are people getting loans, but they are in a position to service those loans. They are generating enough revenue and wealth. Capacity is being built in the system that is enabling them to service those loans. Our financial system is flush with liquidity. Assets exceeding the statutory requirement. Listen to this, AD. Your job is not only to understand the laws. Your job is to understand how the laws lead to wealth creation. Exceeded our statutory requirements by 107.9%. 107.9%. This means that there is plenty of money available in the system to support continued growth and investment. Even our non-bank sectors are flourishing. The insurance sector assets grew by 10% and are well above their liabilities. The private pension sector is also healthy, with its asset growing by 9.3% and its funding level at a very secure 165.5%. That is our half-year checkup. So what is the verdict? Here is the bottom line. Our economy isn't just strong and robust, it is firing on all cylinders. Our non-oil economy isn't just performing, it is putting on a stellar performance that the world is watching. Our financial sector isn't just sound, it is a fortress because of good leadership, because of strong leadership, because of confidence. So this is not just, this is a sign of a booming economy. It is the sign of an economy that is ripe with opportunity. It is a sign of an economy that is ready for investment from those of us at home and from our partners abroad. This is the undeniable sign of a booming economy. This is the unmistakable of a nation ripe for investment. The question no longer is if you would invest in Guyana, but can you not do so? We have a strong, healthy, and soaring to come. Now one may say, it's such a glowing report card. Maybe we can relax a bit, put our feet up, and enjoy the view for a moment. But none of that. It's harder work, stronger commitment, and unbelievable pace forward. To relax. There is no time to judge around the accomplishment. The only constant into the future is hard, consistent work. And that is what my government, where is digital? The first pillar of the new transformation, national digitization infrastructure that is second to none. An infrastructure that will drive efficiency, improve efficiency, enhance productivity, improve capacity into the future. Not following into the future, but leading our country into the future. The second pillar is industrialization. Building out industrial and manufacturing. Berbice, Molson Creek. There will be special initiatives announced for manufacturing and industrial development using local input in incentives and a special regime governing investment in these areas and in this sector. It's food security. And I'll come back in a moment. In terms of food production, the value chain to create added value in the production system with northern Brazil, and the Caribbean, that the value chain of productivity, marketability, and financial strength is integrated to bring about profitability in the food production system. Fourth pillar is energy security. Energy security that will allow Guyana energy infrastructure to be integrated within the Guyana Shield, within with leverage opportunities for our local private sector, an energy infrastructure that will leverage opportunities for investment for our diaspora, an energy infrastructure that will leverage investment from the pension funds and citizens of our region, giving them above market rates of return, safe returns through safe investment vehicles. The investment regime in this integrated approach is about making every dollar you own earn more money for you. It's about creating long-term and sustainable opportunities for every Guyanese family here and in the diaspora, for every member of the regional family, and for our international partners. The fifth pillar is climate and biodiversity services, positioning Guyana as a leader in climate and biodiversity services, ensuring that nature-based production, nature-based solution, whether for biopharma, agriculture, agroforestry, for manufacturing, housing development, nature-based solution and products are going to become the new norm of the new world. And we want to position Guyana through climate and biodiversity. And then the sixth pillar, tourism. We have already expression of interest for 9 areas where we want massive tourism projects of an international standard that are deeply integrated into the global eco and nature tourism market, because we are going to invest Guyana in the front as a front runner in eco and nature-based product. And soon, as the work continues and as we build support, 30, we'll be able to tell you about an application that I've for one of the largest global events here in Guyana in 2030. But I want to ensure that we are on good footing, right, SG? Our economy, ensuring that our economy is stabilized on different pillars of growth, that our economy is supported by varied components that can withstand the shock of a prosperous future. Guyana is entering its golden age. Let there be no illusion. The path we have charted, the journey ahead will demand our utmost effort, our unwavering resolve, and our shared success. And every single one of us, from the entrepreneur in the industrial park to the farmer in the field, from the coder in the tech hub to the student in the classroom. Look at the strength and resilience we have built. We must be proud. We must be proud of what we have achieved. And I want to come back now to three important themes. Processing. We are announce, which I will commence with now and refine in the budget of 2026. A series of incentives for tourism, agriculture, and industrial development that are second to none across the world. There will be the most generous, progressive, dynamic set of policies, incentives that we are going to pursue. We have looked at a policy framework of India, China, and after studying all of these frameworks and the DR over the last, we have come up with a menu of measures that we are going to pursue. Developing the largest agro-processing economy in this hemisphere. The building out of we will replicate the mega food parks across different regions with different focus. We will introduce the most progressive tax breaks for investors in agriculture and agro-processing. We will have dynamic integration with agro-industrial integration. We will expand our investment, research and development. We will build out a rural credit program at scale through the Guyana Development Bank. We will create value chain and market blockchain-based traceability for exports of our commodity. We will launch an innovation fund, especially for to announce a series of investment that will open up new acreage. We'll pursue a taxation system, as I said, that will see 0% on all agriculture, veterinary input, and agro-processing input within existing trade framework. We'll have special incentives for agro-processing and agri-value chain investment, special incentive for large-scale cold storage facility, special incentives, and a graduated corporate tax regime for agro-processing by level of turnover, which will be defined in the 2026 budget. But this system would be graduated to the extent that small and medium-sized enterprises in the agribusiness ecosystem would see close to zero or zero in corporate tax. This will incentivize our agriculture businesses to register themselves so they're not afraid of the taxation system. So they become compliant. So we can help them to build their standards. And we can help them to adopt the value system that will give them access to regional and international markets. We'll have special incentives for land conversion and value addition that leads to sustainable income and income diversification. What do I mean? Our rice farmers, our small and medium-sized farmers, just giving the example of rice farmers, we're going to help rice farmers to convert at least 2 acres in every 10 acres into livestock farming, swine production, small ruminants, cage crabbing, and aquaculture. We are going to help them, support them in converting 2 acres in every 10 acres. That would allow them to achieve higher value of income. That would allow them to achieve diversification within their existing production frame. That would allow them to achieve resilience and profitability. We're going to incentivize mega-scale livestock farming. And we're going to invest in intelligence AI-led production system. Working with ICA and the FAO, we're going to launch the farmers application, Farming in the Palm, with extensions available 24/7 in real time on their devices. Those are the changes that we are going to pursue. And then we are going to develop, well, we have started already to put the mechanism in place for the Guyana Development Bank. The bank will be capitalized with a minimum of $200 million US. It will become operationalized before the end of the first quarter in 2026. As I speak to you, the administrative, legal, and regulatory framework is being crafted. The bank will be dynamically integrated with the commercial banks to leverage and unlock capital. A special incentive regime will be created to support lending to SMEs by the commercial banks, similar to the incentives we give them for housing. In exchange, the commercial banks will have to lower their interest rate to lower than 4% and also lower their collateral requirement for SMEs. The Guyana Development Bank will have no collateral requirement and 0% interest on loan up to a predetermined value to be announced in budget 2026. The bank will focus heavily on the agriculture sector, the tourism sector, services sector, and any sector, any activity that deals with value creation. This, of course, would lead to the creation of thousands of business opportunities, tens of thousands of business opportunities. We're going to announce a special initiative with the Ministry of Human Services and Social Security that will convert more than the original and only WIN program. That will convert over 1,000 women. When you hear that announcement, not following anyone, but creating our own path to prosperity. Weighted taxation system to support local value creation and production in manufacturing and industry. We'll create the industrial and manufacturing hubs with special incentive regime to back the investments. Already at Wales, we have crafted out an enormous program that would see a fertilizer plant, a gas bottling and logistics plant, 2 power plant, data center, the possibility of a glass factory, a small industrial estate, and guess what? For the 2 investment of the bottling plant and the fertilizer plant, where the expression of interests are already out, we want those to be owned by Guyanese here and in the diaspora and our regional partners. And we will have guaranteed returns on these investments that no other can match. Guaranteed return on those investments. Tourism is not only going to soar, tourism is going to explode. Airlift, investment in the transport system, 29 important airstrips in the hinterland are already identified for immediate rehabilitation and expansion. The new airports, municipal airports in Rose Hall and Lethem, Terminal 2 at the Chedijagan International Airport. The development of special
to play a central role in shaping a business-friendly award goes to no other than